Hey y'all, welcome to another video. So I want to quickly go over how healing works for a Reaper in a more dungeon-like scenario. Last video ended up becoming a little too ranty for my taste, so I'm just going to show y'all exactly what I'm going to be doing. Now this is only a normal, I'm just getting my daily out of the way. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to see bits and pieces of failure uh, from other people, and I may or may not be getting out healed by another class depending on how much they're throwing out, either shields or dots or whatever. The main thing you have to take into consideration with Reaper healing is you're going to end up having times where you're just getting heal sniped constantly, either from a shield from one of the other healers, or they have an instant cast AoE heal that just heals everyone back up to full. That's a little bit weaker, so you're gonna see issues like this. I want to try to highlight some of the things, and I just want to talk about going through a dungeon, so you guys can see what I'm doing with the Reaper. Now I am running a Sea Fog build. Moonlight at the Breach, Snake in the Clouds, Life Prayers, Star Displacer, and Essence Augmentation with the Waning Moon, Endless Growth, Return Soul, and Eternal Light glyphs. So we're just going to do a little casual run and play through. Nothing too crazy and whatnot. On the right over here, you're going to see healing. I'm just going to turn off the damage one. This is going to be just healing. So while you're going through and clearing dungeons and whatnot, you're going to want to make sure that you have your lotuses down constantly. If you look down towards the bottom, you'll see my soul bond timer and the number of lilies I have up. You can use this to keep track. You can also look at your buff bar as well, called Magic Lotus. This lets you know when they're actually about to drop off and how many stacks that you have. Unfortunately, the timer goes off of how many, the total time at which until at least one lotus goes away. So it's not three separate timers for three separate lotuses. It's just one big timer for all three. So you'll end up having situations where you'll look at that buff timer and you'll see, oh, wait a minute, there is three out right now. Oh, he's going to move at the last second. That's unfortunate. Now, one of the tricks I was talking about in my other video, if you want a little mini raid cooldown, like there's a little bit of damage going on right now. I've got my haste buff going. I'm going to hit Snake and elapsed time. That's going to heal everyone all at once, and I can heal while moving because of the lunar magic. And then, as you can see on the right, I'm just keeping everyone so topped off that the other healer isn't really getting a chance to heal. Now, for big pools like this is one of the big reasons why Reaper is going to be so massive. This little purple ring that I just dropped right here is going to be extremely useful. Oh, he's LOS for me. Come over here, asshole. There we go. And then a quick emergency oh shit heal for situations like that where he can just get topped off constantly and not have to worry about it. And I'm actually not paying attention too much. I'm actually talking instead of focusing. I can't multitask that well. I'm not doing a good job of showcasing. This guy keeps LOSing me a little bit too. There we go. This is what I should be doing, is hitting multiple people with with healing haze, so the bounces aren't happening all that much. So even in normals, you'll see situations like that where staircases are the worst. You'll LOS and shit like that. I played that fucking horribly, in my opinion. I did not play that all that well. I'm not gonna get a chance to sit. I'm gonna see if I could try to sit down real quick before pool, get some extra mana in. Use your mana. Use your meditation as much as you can. Since we have a hard cap of 8,000 mana, that's just one of the things we're just gonna have to play around with. Now, before he pulls, I'm actually gonna drop 3, then sit back down again. That's what you can do pre pool and prep. Like, he's not standing in it either. This guy is, you know, he's just gonna do his own thing. And that's just something you're going to have to deal with. you're going to have tanks like that. It's unfortunate, but there's really not much you can do, right? I'm going to pop both of these just to get some extra healing going and then start hitting people with this. At the beginning of a pull like this, I like having extra healing, what's it called, healing hazes out, just in case some big damage spikes come in. On normal, it's not really going to happen. Not really necessary, but it's a good idea to just have them out ready to go, just in case. There's a lot of preemptive healing that needs to happen with the Reaper, or preemptive buffing, I should say, with healing haze, in terms of who needs to be healed doing what, and maintaining your soul bond level. Now, you also want to keep Lotus up. It's very active gameplay, high APM playstyle for the occultist. And you're gonna have to keep constant watch over your abilities. And like right there, I made a mistake. I activated both my Snake Handler and Elapsed Time before I activated Lunar Magic. You want to activate Lunar Magic first. That way you get a reduced cooldown from Elapsed Time. Now, because of other buffs from everyone else, I actually now have a 25-second cooldown. My haste is actually perfect right now. With everything else. Now, for this fight, you actually want to soak this, but on normal, nobody does that, so I'm just gonna fucking move out of the way. You're supposed to soak that with other people. If you don't do that on hard, the entire fucking room is gonna fill up. But because we're playing on normal, it's not that big of a deal. Everything's dead. If you would have done that on hard mode, then that could have been problematic. You're going to see a lot of things you should and should not do while I'm playing this. In all honesty, that first half of the pull was me not doing a very good job. And the healing numbers seem really low right now too. It's just that there's not a lot of damage happening. Like, this is kind of... See, this is one of the weird things, and there's misconception about Reapers, because they see numbers like this, and they're like, wait, all these healing numbers suck. What's going on? Well, heal over time healers, especially ones who rely on HOTS. So if you've ever played a old druid in World of Warcraft, you know if other people snipe your heals, your overhealing from your dots is going to be massive. While your overall healing is low. It's the same problem in this game. This is such a heavy heal over time healer that a good raid leader would forgive you for having a really high overhealing for Seafog, especially if you can stack it up very, very quickly like we can. So I'm actually going to pop my emergency heal everyone button. Why am I getting some FPS drops right now? What's going on? I'm gonna pop another cooldown just to be a little bit extra safe. That's all. Don't be afraid to use these major cooldowns too. You have them for a reason. Your big one's on a 60-second cooldown that heals everyone to full, and then you have your other one that's on a 2-minute cooldown. Don't be afraid to use them. It's not the end of the world if you do. One thing I do need to work on, though, is keeping my lotuses down. It is a very high source of healing. Like, right now, I peaked at... we exited cooldown. Let's see if I can bring that back up. What's that? Healing. Nope, I lost it. Awakener. Healing. Yeah, so on that last pull, I did 1.3k burst healing. That's with using both cooldowns with very minimal damage. Look, like, my Heart-Rending Worm spell is already back up. So if he wants to do another big dick pull, he's ready to go, safe, and you don't have to worry about it. And now that I'm actually paying attention, you want to set your lotuses down. It's one of the core parts of the Reaper. It's an underutilized spell from what I've seen from other healers. They'll either spam it beyond oblivion, or they will just say fuck it and never use it at all. You need to keep it up constant. Consider it as just as important as your Seafog, and you want to stand in it too, so any excess healing actually gets turned into mana. Sorry about that, that was my timer. Let's go back to current. Well, that's total healing.
You really never do learn respect.
Oh, that's counting from yesterday's too. That's not good. I need to figure out how to, well, totally reset that. There we go.
The blessing of the god of the
Oh,
devastators
come on,
will
get to
make
the edge.
me
There we go.
invincible. The blessing of the god of the
JJ, no, there's not anything like that in this game. I mean, I can't speak for certain for the other classes all that well, but there isn't like a tranquility. Not that I've seen so far. Now, I could be wrong, and I just haven't noticed, but from what I've been able to tell, you don't see that happening all that much. If I had to guess, Summoner would probably be the one that have that. I am streaming this live over on Twitch right now, so if you see any notifications pop up, that's what that is. Now, I'm going to stay at 0 mag because I want to show people... I want to let this guy get hit. I want to show exactly what this passive can do, the Essence Augmentation. And this is a very, very strong ability, although it probably won't happen because this guy's not taking that much damage. Berserkers are pretty good tanks. Really good mitigation and whatnot, plus the boss is stunned right now. So, normally in other games I'd be DPSing right now, but in this game, since we have a limited mana pool, it's not worth spending a Sea Fog for the same amount of mana for just damage. It doesn't generate that much damage. Like, your damage in this game as a healer is just terrible. Alright, so I'm going to actually put my bond on this guy, and then I'm going to hit my... hold on, wait a second. Let's do it on this guy. Bond on Balthazar, I'm going to pop my heal, and then he immediately starts getting healed up and ticked up. So he takes all that extra healing while this is happening, and it's a 2-minute cooldown, but it's a very strong single target cooldown. 2,000 healing, what is it now? Yeah, 2140 healing is not something to scoff at. It is a very, very potent amount of healing. Did I not pick? Yeah, there we go. Also, even if you're super geared like I am... Oh, I didn't show these off. I'm currently 58 gear level. Next week, we'll cap out my last 4 pieces. I'm going to trade out my belt and pants for some extra mastery if I can get my hands on it. And... it's just we're having a walk in the park. Other than that pull in the beginning by that staircase, I completely fucked that up. I was just not playing at my best. Was not showing the Reaper's strong suit. Why am I only getting 30 FPS right now? What is going on? Okay, gotta heal him real quick. Quick save. All right, everybody's saved. We're fine. No more issues. And just like that, just getting right in there gives you the option to just immediately burst everyone up to full HP. That 50% healing, or 50% of their HP gone over 5 seconds, is literally nothing to worry about. It's such an easy thing to play around, especially when you are a high throughput healer. Like this one, just keep your healing haze up on as many people as possible. The poisons in this dungeon are actually a direct counter to this class, so you're gonna need to make sure you're dispelling as many people as possible. And people are gonna die in this hallway, because of course they will. I'm gonna actually stay back and try to save some of these people that are gonna mess up. So the direct counter for Reapers is any dot. You're gonna, at that point, your Sea Fog is more of a buffer than anything else. Because unless you are critting a good amount, or you can out heal the dot that's on a target, they're just going to be stagnating in HP. And if they have a lot of stacks of the poison, it'll eventually overtake your Sea Fog. Especially on this dungeon on hard. Players can avoid that dot. That is an avoidable skill, but as you know, with pugs, people don't do any of that shit. So going into this last boss fight, and again, this is on normal, but on hard, you want to try to prep, and this guy would move him to the edge. I'll probably do a hard mode dungeon guide as well at some point. You'll want to move this guy to the edge, and see, now he's focusing, he's staying right there in the center, not doing anything. As long as I maintain my healing haze effect on him, and since he's my soul link target, he's getting extra healing regardless. And you can cancel and switch this to whoever you need to. If you cast it again on the same person, it just cancels it. I don't recommend doing that. I just recommend you hover over somebody else and then just hit the soulbind key, and you immediately transfer that soulbind to that person instead of canceling it on one target and then recasting it. It just saves you an extra input. Nothing too crazy. How am I healing? Okay, so how I'm healing them without clicking is... Oh, hold on, let me do this. This is why you move them to the edge, is to save the raid from this shit right here. And watch this. Everyone's low, everyone's at full. Just like that. And now I'm going to put Healing Haze on everybody with the excess haste that I have from my talent. And just like that, everyone's back to full, no issues. It's pretty fucking crazy. So how I do that is this cogwheel, when you have the team, open up, control or shift left click, and then you're going to do show protective shield is really good for classes who have a shield. Like Han can put a shield on himself, but you're going to want to do quick selection, and you're going to want show estimated HP regen. This is like heal command, so you're actually able to see the incoming heals if you've ever played classic. So that's how you do that. The cooldown is nutty. That cooldown is really nutty. Yeah, this is one of those classes where you're going to bring in raid regardless. Oh yeah, we're still missing a box, aren't we? And this is why I'm saying crit mastery is the stat priority to go, because just the amount of healing that can pump out for having multiple different targets, I think it's more effective. Haste will make your Sea Fog cast faster, but it also makes it so that you're actually draining your mana just as quickly. You know, I don't know. I haven't seen any numbers to say otherwise, but that's currently where I'm at for that. I've got 2 boxes, nice. Also, I'm probably gonna do all my PvE stuff because I need those stones. But yeah, that was a quick overview of healing in action. You saw me fuck up pretty early on. That is gonna happen. You have to pay attention. Again, this is a high skill cap, high throughput heals, and if you're not on the ball, like not dropping your lotuses or anything like that, you're gonna have a bad time. I'll rate my own performance at like a C plus to like a maybe a B minus. I was so focused on commentating instead of actually healing. In your gameplay, for those who are gonna be going down the path of the occultist, hopefully you don't have to deal with the RNG nature of what I had to deal with in the tank, and you'll be paying a lot more attention than I would. So that's it. That's all I got. That's how I heal with Sea Fog. And again, the build for this, also when you're going through your astral path, I'm gonna try out boots first. I'm not sure if that's gonna be the way to go, but I actually have to. I'm probably gonna grind this out today. I'm gonna unlock the first couple levels of this. But the build, again, was Sea Fog build with Moonlight at the Beach, Snake in the Clouds, Life Prayer. This is the big oh shit heal that everybody loves Reapers for. Star Displacement for 5% increased extra damage reduction from Star Spell Rest. And then Essence Augmentation with the glyphs Endless Growth, Waning Moon, Return Soul, and Eternal Light. That's currently what I run. Love it or hate it, it gives results. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.